but it means how we think about ourselves as an individual, our individuality. It means these 4 denser levels of the physiology up here. We identify with the personal, this lifetime, this body, this experience that I'm having. So I'm just looking at how that's flushing out of those systems for everybody's body. One of the things I'm noticing is that's happening is there's a kind of a little bit of a activation up in this part, the upper esophagus area of the body, this area, throat, neck, upper chest. And it's almost like there's a little bit of a feeling that comes along with, rejecting, letting go, throwing something back. So what's happening is another activation is occurring in the celestial body. Anytime something starts to happen, your divine self knows exactly what to do to heal you. So I'm describing this rejection thing that's up here in the chest, throat area. Immediately, the divine goes to work and goes, oh, well, I know how to fix that. So it brings in the download, which is to activate an aspect of one's own self, to hum the celestial body, to open it up, to wake it up in an angelic form. And when the celestial body wakes up in an angelic form, because it is independent of space and time, it's really activating your own consciousness through space and time, because you in the future are the angel of you now, and you now are the angel of you in the past, which also ties into another question that came in this morning. So we'll move into that in just a moment as this healing unfolds. You in the future are your best friend, are your greatest ally, are your greatest fan club, you in the future. So that part of you knows you intimately, that part of you knows exactly what to do, how to interface with these 4 systems of the body, how to interface with the fat cells, to wash away those layers of individual identification and illusion. And the illusion that's being released here, but that's been locked in by this sort of mucousy material that I call this individualized identification, is the illusion that my body is anything less than divine being. That the body is like crude or something, crude or not nice or not good enough or sinful or dirty or any of that stuff. The body is divinity incarnate. The body is the divine. The body is the body of the divine. It is the mother of the universe expressing herself as physical, earthy form. And I'm seeing that wave rolling out. It's very nice. This Saturday morning group is such an expanded group. It's, Saturday is for Saturn, such a great big planet that moves slowly, but has this very, very powerful effect on the creation, and is also very thin for those of you moving in that direction. But the point is that Saturn has a broad perspective and is stretching the beauty and the perfection by which your divine self and your celestial body is rising up and healing those systems. So it's like you can think of a loop of consciousness as being made from the celestial level of the bodies, looping up to the physical level of the body up here to these systems. And it's also affecting the etheric level of those systems too. And it's also affecting the emotional body, clearing a lot of those discordant feelings and feelings of not liking oneself are clearing out of the emotional body. And all the layers of illusion are clearing out of the mental body right here. So we've got all the different four denser levels of the physiology online here. As this is happening, and it's happening so beautifully and so completely for everybody, that the healing is extending out to the collective. So it's being communicated through each person watching this video to levels of the community. I'm asking if it's going through time or it's just going through space. No, it's going through time. So does it mean it's going back to ancestors? No, not particularly. Is it going back to distant past conditions? Your conditions. When you were a child, when you were younger, back in the very distant past, years, hundreds of years, thousands of years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 5,000 years. It looks like it wants to go for everyone. Good job. Because as this clears through not only this physical body, but previous physical bodies, what we get is an effect that touches the collective consciousness as well. In each of these different periods through history, each of the different periods, and we have such a nice big group that we're kind of covering the whole thing fairly systemically, fairly homogeneously. I'm just watching it ripple through time. And it's interesting that anytime we have a healing where we're the central pivot of an effect that goes out into the collective, that affects karma. It balances karma. It changes the karma. Any kind of physical imbalance. And this is very, very helpful for those who are wishing to put on weight. Comes to a certain degree as a result of karma. And so, but those who are wishing to lose weight as well. And when the karma shifts, it's like the whole universe shifts. You become a blueprint for the healing that's going out to the collective. The collective gets relief. Within the collective, all these layers, multiple layers of illusion and identification are released from these systems of the physiology. And everybody feels better. It's so sweet. I'm just watching the energy shifting. I'm holding silence while that happens. From the level of silence, the wave can roll out to infinity, infinitely quickly. It completes itself. It resolves itself. In the resolution, there is an opening of the heart chakra for individuals, because as they feel a resolution in their physiologies, they feel grateful. They feel relieved. And that gratitude rolls back into our collective in this webinar. And it is my suggestion that we recognize that as it does so, it's really rolling through us to the mother of the universe. It's really rolling through us back to the source of creation, ultimately going to infinity at that end of the spectrum as well. And that gratitude speaks volumes to the celestial body, because when the celestial body is able to hum in the mode of gratitude, not just a little, oh, thanks, but like the kind of deep, thick tidal wave of gratitude that comes across 5,000 years of life, receiving a resolution. Think of da 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 da, and then it goes into its resolution, and that resolution humming over 5,000 years is very satisfying.